Hi, welcome to Thrive Thursday. On Monday, we learned a 5-minute ritual to steady yourself. Now we are going to put this into practice so it can support you in relationships. So today it gets real. How do we use this in real life? So, emotional stability doesn't really matter as much when you're alone. It matters in hard conversations, parenting moments, tension at work, repairing a relationship when there's been some conflict. So the goal isn't to do this perfectly in private, but it's to bring steadiness into our connections. So we're going to look at a few scenarios and we're going to use the 5-minute ritual to show you how we would bring it to life. So the first one is before a hard conversation. So let's say you're about to walk into a difficult conversation that you're not making an assumption, but you're prepared that it could be a difficult conversation. And instead of rehearsing arguments in your head, we will try this version. So minute one, you're going to notice, what am I feeling right now? Am I feeling defensive? Am I feeling hurt? Am I feeling nervous? And then minute two, you're going to notice what went right. So you're going to consider what is working in this relationship. Minute three is the effort appreciation piece. So I care enough to have this maybe difficult conversation. Minute four is compassion. This is hard, but I can do my best to stay grounded, regulated, and steady within myself. Minute five is looking at the intention. How do I want to show up to this conversation? Do I want to be curious? Do I want to offer clarity? Do I want to be calm? Now you're entering that conversation regulated, not reactive. And that changes the tone before a single word is spoken. Now, here's version two, or a second scenario, after you feel like you've messed up. So you snap, you shut down, you overreact. And when that happens to us, or when we do that, we can spiral and be really hard on ourselves. So we might notice, do the notice piece, I'm feeling shame. What went right? I realized it pretty quickly. Effort, I want to repair this. Compassion, I'm human, but I do take responsibility for my piece in this. Intention, I will own this calmly. And then say, that's not how I wanted to show up. I'm sorry. Self-compassion can make repair feel more possible. Shame makes avoidance pretty tempting. Okay, now let's look at a parenting moment. Your child is dysregulated. Before correcting them, you notice your own state by checking in with yourself, asking, what am I feeling? Then ask, what's going on here? Maybe they feel safe enough to express their own emotions, and that's what's going on. The effort, I'm trying to parent intentionally. Compassion, this is a tough moment. Intention, I want to respond to my dysregulated child, not react. And the magic here is our regulation becomes their regulation. So we can't regulate a child when we're dysregulated. So that co-regulation happens when we are regulated. Our regulation helps co-regulate them. So let's look at a workplace reset. Before sending that email, before responding to what feels like criticism, take 60 seconds. Notice your tension. Notice what went right this week. Appreciate your preparation. Offer yourself some kindness and steadiness. You may want to choose, like this intention piece, what kind of tone do I want? I want to bring clarity to this situation. So regulated people obviously communicate differently, right? I used to joke with clients when I first started. I would say, like, you don't ever show up as a jerk when you're feeling regulated, right? Like, so when you are regulated, you can show up as your best self. But when we show up in a way where we're kind of regretful after, it's because we're dysregulated. So when we like interact with people at work in a regulated manner, that can affect the workplace culture. All right, why does this work? Well, mindfulness helps you pause, gratitude widens the lens, self compassion stabilizes shame, and together, all of that together interrupts escalation. This is emotional maturity in action, not perfection, not passivity, but steady groundedness. That's a word. Being steady, being grounded, and being engaged. So, as we end this today, I want you to kind of ask yourself, where do I most lose the ability to be grounded and steady? Is it in conflict? Is it in parenting? Is it at work? Is it when I get feedback? So start there, right? Kind of become aware of that. And then 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after, and over time, you'll notice. You recover faster, you can repair relationships sooner, you react less intensely, and your relationships feel safer. You got this. I hope this is helpful. I will see you next week when we switch gears and look at another topic. Take care.